wanted her to take. She wanted to take a different way than we usually take when we go to her parents'
So
house.
it's just you, the two of you in the
Yeah.
car? Her parents didn't come
No, so we drove to. She drove us to go.
to the hospital?
No, to her parents' place, and then from her parents' place,
Oh,
we went to the hospital.
yeah.
Um, the we were driving there, and when we were driving there, she had said that I grabbed the wheel, jerked the wheel while she was driving. I didn't do that. What I did was she was saying we're stopped at a light. I guess I did and I didn't. Well, we're stopped at a light, and while we're at the light, like she was going to go left. I was like, no, let's not go. Let's go straight. Let's go the way we usually go. I might have like prevented her from turning to go into the way she wanted to go. And then when she went to come
All right,
visit.
wait, hold on a second. Okay.
Then when she went to come visit me while I was there, she came with her mother. Like my mom had flown up from South Carolina. Everyone was very concerned.
She came with her mother or your mother?
Her mother. I'm just and I was given a list of people who also came. But they came one time, and I'll stick to the situation that stuck out me to the most was the fact that when she came, she wore shorts, and on those shorts she had like this giant bruise on her leg, and I was like, where did that bruise come from? Like, you didn't have that bruise on your leg when I last saw you. Like, and I just came like hysterical, upset, and I was like, why, why is this happening to me? Because I think, what is the reason why you get someone committed? If I yank the wheel, like looking back on it, these are my thoughts now, yank the wheel, or if I was abusive to her in some way.
Oh, you were worried about that?
I think so. Yeah, I would say. And I was trying to figure out, why was I here? Why was I, I don't understand why I'm like here. And so I was trying to think.
Yeah, so what happened? What'd she say?
No, when her mom that was never mentioned. I just saw it
Oh.
and kind of like got upset about it. Like, and just like, this is probably the first time I'm actually saying something regarding this. And then I was sitting at the table with her mother and her. I told her when we were.
This is at their house before you went to the hospital?
This is at the hospital.
At the hospital,
Yep,
okay.
where we were sitting at a table during visiting hours. And during that time, I told them that I had cheated on her when I was in college. I think I was just confessing of everything that I did wrong, just because I was trying to figure out, why am I here? I no longer want to be here. Do I need to confess?
All right, so that must have been before your head really cleared, so to speak.
Yeah, I think it was the next day.
Okay, so you were still kind of out of it.
Yes.
Sounds like.
Yeah. Yes and no. Like, I don't do I think I was out of it? Yes, but I think I was very like my rationale was still there. It wasn't I didn't lose grip of reality totally. Like,
yeah.
I could recall what occurred. I could recall. Took the appropriate actions to be able to do to seek out help.
No, that part of it, but feeling like, you've got to clear the air of something that happened in college, that was maybe not quite as coherent now looking back on it.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't. Her mom was right there. Her mom walked off.
What?
Her mom was right there. Her mom walked off. So I told her this in front of her mom. Her mom had walked off. Yeah, I can't. That's your.
All right, so you mentioned that. Okay, so the bruise there, and then you told her you had cheated on her. Did she have a big reaction to that or something?
No, that was just like the only reaction, and there was no reaction to it. Like, so they ended up releasing me, and I ended up, and everything was fine. I I want to say maybe less than a year later, I proposed to her. Because at this point, I was like, either she like thinks I'm crazy and there's no reason for us to continue this relationship, or we're getting married. At this point. And I think they kind of, like, I felt like they kind of not coerced me, but like it was actions that was taken that wasn't necessary. Like I wasn't a threat or danger to anyone else, but yes, I'm a big Apollon guy, and I'm bigger than the whole family.
Wait, you talking about when they decided to bring you to the hospital?
Yeah.
I thought you wanted to go.
Well, I did, but like I didn't want to stay. Like it was like when I was there, I was kind of having a conversation. Like I'm maybe in that room for like an hour trying to like figure out whether or not I'm going to sign the paper. And I was like, no, I don't want to sign the paper. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, no, no. And then there was kind of like, you know, sign the paper. Like it was just kind of. I could see what their thoughts behind it was, like why they would have me do that, because I was acting very strange. But if I was with people like that, like my mom, my family, my sisters, that necessarily wouldn't have occurred. I think they would have told me like go to bed, Julius, or something along those lines. I don't know. I don't know. I can see the rationale behind it. I can see both ways.
I wouldn't have been surprised if your mother said, when it's a voluntary commitment, you can change your mind.
It didn't feel that way. I had to talk to the
No,
doctor
I
to make it
understand,
change.
but I wouldn't have been shocked if your mother said, you're not sounding like you're really things are right. What do why don't you go to some place like this where you're going to be safe and they can figure everything out.
Sure. Yeah.
And it only took a couple of days, your head cleared, and then it probably only took you another day to get out after that. They just had to be convinced that you were okay. You already had the feeling that you were okay.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, sure.
All right. So within the next year, you proposed to her.
Yes. And first I proposed to her mother, and then I proposed to her.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had a year-long engagement, and then we were married. Everything was fine, Like the bachelorette, the bachelor party, all these things. She actually pitched me up for my bachelor party. Was it my bachelor party? Where was my bachelor party? No, she didn't. That was It was someone else's bachelor party. My bachelor party was at the casino. And it was all her friends and one of my friends. I have one good friend, Russell.
Yep.
And so.
All right. So you got married, and you bought a house, and decided to have a child. How did their pregnancy go?
It was fine. I was supportive. I was there the whole time. Towards the end, she was limping around, kind of like, last trimester, limping around, back hurt, knee hurt, all the typical stuff of a pregnant woman. No issues. I was going through a lot of stress with work at the time. So because at that time,
you were still at the school?
No, I was at the Beasley.
The insurance company.
Their insurance company. Trying to work through this whole, why am I not getting this job? Like, what am I doing wrong? What do you guys want? What do you guys don't want? So during that time, I did have kind of a slight, like, I don't know if it, and like the relationship between Shannon and I always felt like it was all about her. Like, it was never about what I wanted. And I was, I feel like she wasn't emotionally there for me, or, she was there physically sometimes, like, but like
You felt like she wasn't emotionally there for you?
No. Like she didn't, like I said, she didn't take interest in me. That's when I think I had that, it's all about, you like the role I play, you don't like me as an individual.
Like with it, like something, for example, like with work problems or what's going wrong in your career or something like that, she didn't seem to be that interested.
Correct. It was all about her.
All right, so that was during a pregnancy, you're saying. So she's pregnant, and you're starting to have some concerns for the relationship as far as.
Not really concerns. I don't know if the concerns, like everything was great during the pregnancy. Like it was, no, yeah. I don't, not necessarily. I would say that. I would say that because I did have kind of like an emotional affair, I guess you want to call it. With some girl at work, I was texting her, and she
all right, wait. So slow down here. So that was during the pregnancy?
Yes. She didn't find out until
All right, wait, hold
recently.
on. Don't go ahead there.
Nope.
You calling it an emotional affair?
Yeah, and it was never physical with the woman.
Yeah.
Probably should delete this. We probably shouldn't record any of this. I'm talking about me as far as I don't know. I'm just trying
Well,
to.
it's up to you what you want to put in here or not put in here.
Yeah, but I think it's
You
all about
don't,
transparency.
it's not against the law to have an emotional affair, but it's up to you whether you want to discuss
No,
it
but
or
it's,
not.
I'm just trying to give you as much information. I'm so lost. Like I'm not lost, but like I for the most part I do what I have to do. Like I have some weaknesses. I would say was women and like.
All right, so let's go back.
Nope.
What do you mean weaknesses with women?
Like as far as like like I think I searched for I wasn't getting what I needed from her, so I went for try to get that from somewhere else. Like that's what I mean. Like that's when I say when I did things bad, like I did things bad in the sense that I told her that when we were long distance relationship that I had a physical affair with someone. I told her, and then I had a physical affair.
All right,
Emotional
wait,
affair.
don't jump ahead. We're still on this
Yep.
emotional affair. So you wanted to discuss it or not? I mean, it's up to you.
No, I'm discussing it. I
All
just
right.
don't. I just don't know. I
All
just
right,
feel like
so-
this is gonna come back to hurt me like everything else because I'm so honest. Because I could just come in and answer the questions and know what the right answers to say, but I'm not gonna do that. That's just not my
Okay.
style.
Right. Good. All right. So you start.